Jonathan, a whole swathe of corporate results today as European companies try to get their numbers out before the August lull. One of the more interesting came from Renault, and the market's reacted very badly to these numbers. The share's down 8%. What's going wrong there?
Well, the headline numbers were okay, and they didn't revise down their guidance for the full year. But two things particularly I don't think the market liked very much. One was the company's free cash flow has shriveled away to sort of almost nothing. And also it's the margins in its automotive operations are very low at about 3.1%. Well, that contrasts with, say, Peugeot yesterday, which had an operating margin of 5%.
So, not great news. Was there any bright spots for them?
Yes, two in particular. I mean, one, as I said, was that the guidance hasn't been changed, and that's a relief because Renault is very exposed to Russia and Brazil, in particular, two markets that aren't doing well at the moment. Renault also has this 43% stake in Nissan. Now, Nissan is going great guns at the moment, and in fact, that 43% stake contributed almost 980 million euros of profit to Renault in the first half. The other thing that's going quite well for them at the moment is their vehicle finance operations, which in Renault's case is structured as a bank. In fact, recently it started taking deposits from customers in the UK, as it already does in several other European countries. And the great thing about vehicle finance operations at all car makers is that their sort of revenues and profits are very steady. There's nothing like the volatility that you see in the underlying car making operations.
So a bank linked to a car maker, generally banks don't have the steadiest of profits, but looking across the industry, how are the car makers looking? Are they having a good time at the moment? The others seem to have done okay in the recent first half numbers.
I think there are two main things in the car market at the moment. One is China, obviously. Now, when Volkswagen reported results earlier this week, it had a lot of questions about China. It does see a slowdown there. It's causing problems for its Audi division in particular. Peugeot also affected by slowdown in China. But the other thing is Europe. Europe is going really well at the moment. Car sales are sort of growing at their fastest rate since around 2009. So car makers like Renault and Peugeot and Fiat, for instance, that are heavily exposed to that market, are doing well.
It sounds like Renault's share price move is something of an outlier rather than a sign of a wider malaise in the auto industry generally. Jonathan, thanks very much.